Call it Motown, call it the Motor City. To Lions fans, this is home. Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Here now, wk16 to get us started. And off we go from Ford Field. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Mike, what we're seeing play out across the NFL is that if offensively it requires you to go the length of the field in a long, methodical drive, your chances of coming away with points continue to go down the more you snap the ball. You have to be able to generate shot plays, pick up big, explosive chunks, because when you do, your ability to score points typically tends to follow.
And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yards, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in, and a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. This will be from 56 yards away. Bates' kick is good. The Lions are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. They'll go again with Robinson. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
Number 1 rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
And he's going to get awfully close to the 1st down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short. On 4th down, here's Blake Gillikin to punt. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. putting the tight end in motion. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
There's a saying on defense, Mike, tips and overthrows, you've got to get those. Those got to turn into interceptions. So if you're the offense here, after you saw that ball batted in the air, man, I can promise you it felt like a lifetime waiting to see if it just falls harmlessly to the ground.
And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Third and a yard. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And this is going to work out. He's got it. The first down at the 38-yard line.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
So, first and 10 here now at the 38. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Back to the sideline and intercepted.
And this is going to go down. It really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
Short throw taken by Pitts. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Second and a yard. On the handoff, it's Robinson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds. It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Here's 2nd and 6. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw. That is caught. Finding Higgins. They get 14 on that hookup. First down, Atlanta.
You don't want to make a living off of making these kind of throws, Mike. It's one thing to throw into tight coverage, but it's another thing to throw into tight double coverage. And while the quarterback gets away with one here, I don't think you want to make a living doing it.
Pitts is the man in motion. They run over center with Robinson. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. He'll drop to throw. And that's incomplete. They couldn't connect. And that's how this first quarter will come to an end. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. It's the Lions who have the early lead. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Higgins sent in motion. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision. Eating the tough yards, they'll go with their fullback. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
He finds some room across the 25. And they'll get him down, but not before he takes this across the 30-yard line.
I've always gone by the philosophy, Mike, that the pass sets up the run. And in these last 2 plays, that's exactly what happened. You hit them with the big pass, they adjust. You soften them up a little bit, you take advantage for the big gain on the ground.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Receiver in motion, headed left. Blitz coming, he'll throw it. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. Now a deep ball toward the end zone.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is 3rd and long. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. This a 44-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Lions, on the strength of 2 field goals, take a 6-0 lead. So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Now, faking the give. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. Open man is Mooney. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
It is 3rd and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. That one intercepted. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 38-yard line.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
The Lions call their first timeout. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Back to throw here to begin the drop. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. A handoff as they try to run it here. And a good run there on 2nd down. A pickup of 7. It'll bring up 3rd and 3.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. He's going to air this one out. And that's going to be intercepted. A.J. Terrell has it. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 33. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll tuck it and take off.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on 1st down.
overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
He'll air one out for Higgins. That is brought in. And he has got this one all the way down to the 2-yard line.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
He's got his big tight end. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown Falcons. His 12th touchdown of the year. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Gibson now on the return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Throwing now on 1st and 10. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Now Detroit's going to use their second timeout. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in the second quarter. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. He throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call. I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
The Lions will punt this ball away. That is fielded at the 20. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Set to go now on 1st and 10. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick 1st down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
To the air now on 1st and 10. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
Got a man left side. It's caught. He is in. Touchdown, Lions. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Halftime, coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. They'll look to throw here on first down. Open man downfield, that's London. Now the Falcons will use their third and final timeout.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start. This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Whose kick is good. And the Falcons will cut the lead from 6 down to 3.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Three seconds, all that remain in this first half, as that one's away. Gibson now on the return. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. So we've reached halftime here at Ford Field, and the Lions have the lead. As we'll get you down to Orlando now, that's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half, about to get started. Three points, all that separates these two sides, has half number 2. Kicks off. And this ball's going to go out of bounds. Not the way you want to begin the second half. The football will be marked at the 40-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Shotgun draw, trying to catch him off guard here, Mike, but the defense was having none of it. Thought it took a little too long to develop. Gave that defense enough time to get back there. Stopping for no gain.
Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
That return not going to work out at all. He backs up trying to make something happen and is belted down for a loss on the return. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down.
This offense came into this drive hoping to extend their narrow lead, Mike, but instead, after first down, they find themselves in 2nd and forever following that big sack right out of the gate.
Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. That's into traffic, but taken in. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down. Here's the Lions punt team now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. This throw pulled in by Pitts. And he's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end.
And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
That's caught left side by Pitts. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. They'll look to throw again. He keeps it himself. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
Mike, the defensive line rush plan is critical when you're playing quarterbacks like this. You have to keep him contained in the pocket, because the second he gets out of the pocket, we can see what happens.
A gift, and here comes Robinson. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
They don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll let the fullback try to push the pot. And he's going to have the first down. They'll mark him at the 29, but it's a new set of downs. First down picked up. He'll drop to throw. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in bounds.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. He'll get this out to the left flat, and he will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. This great season throwing the ball continues. That last TD pass, number 40 on the year. Here's Coop for the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons make the lead 4. It is 17-13. So out is Coop. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. They'll return this from the 11. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. First and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. From out of the gun, he'll throw. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Punt team out, ready to send this one away. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This fielded inside the 35. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. Right away, they'll set up to... Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
Now they'll set up to throw. Open man, he's got it. It's London. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Another run here for Robinson. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple-possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8. Setting up second and short. A shotgun snap, and they'll give it to Robinson. And he'll get this inside the 20, a nice run. They're in the red zone. It's first down.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. And here's Bijan. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal. Some good running there. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. He takes it all the way down inside the 2. Sets up 1st and goal.
Back to throw. That is caught by the tight end. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown, Falcons. So 2 touchdowns for him in this one. Numbers 12 and 13 on the year. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Koo able to add the extra point. And the Falcons will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So out is Koo. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Here's 1st and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
And that just can't happen. 3rd and long, just understand, contain the ball, rally tackle, just get the ball carrier on the ground. Not only not able to get to him inside the pocket, he's able to extend the play with his legs and pick up a huge, long first down. Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And
that is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Detroit. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So, certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. And he will get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is successful. And game on. Lead is down to 3 here in the 4th quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Here's a 2nd and 9. Pitts is the man in motion. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He has been busy. 9 receptions on the game in that one. A first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Here's 2nd and 9. They'll drop to throw. Left side in the hands of London. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. A ball deep for the end zone. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
I can tell you from firsthand experience, Mike, that is a lonely and long jog back to the huddle. I mean, you're an inch away from being the hero with a deep touchdown. Instead, you let it go through your fingertips, and you got to come back to the huddle and try again.
But this turns out to be a solid return. They finally get him to the ground. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drop.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Here's second down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining, and it's 1st and 10. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Throwing now on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Here's the 3rd and final timeout for the Lions, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Gonna need a big play now. 3rd down and long. He'll let one go down the middle. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.